Armed forces of Ukraine say Prigozhin wants to flee Bakhmut because Wagner Group is broken.
Here's a summary of the article.
Serhiy Cherevity, spokesman for the Eastern Group of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, says the reason Yevgeny Prigozhin is claiming to have completely captured Bakhmut is because the Wagner Group leader intends to withdraw its mercenaries from the ruined city, which may be surrounded by Ukrainian defenders, as soon as possible. Details. On 20 May, Wagner leader Yevgeny Prigozhin posted a video filmed outside the railway station building in the center of Bakhmut in which he claimed that his mercenaries had completely captured the city and that on 25 May they would hand over its defense to soldiers of the Russian Ministry of Defense and leave. The Ministry of Defense of Ukraine has denied that Bakhmut has been captured. Although the situation in the city is critical, Ukrainian soldiers control certain sites. Quote from Cherevity. The fighting continues, we are holding a number of buildings in Bakhmut. Yevgeny Prigozhin had complained about a lack of ammunition to the Russian authorities and threatened to withdraw his mercenaries from Bakhmut after 10 May or hand over their positions to Ramzan Kadyrov's forces, but later he changed his mind and did not withdraw the Wagnerites from the city. On 9 May, the mercenaries' leader also said that the Defense Ministry had threatened to deem the Wagnerites' potential departure from Bakhmut as high treason. On 10 May, Prigozhin stated that the Wagner Group had been forced to hand over the flanks to servicemen from the Russian Ministry of Defense and bemoaned the failure of the flanks.
This post received a score of 14,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Sure would have been nice to see some F-16s buzz him as he's giving his speech.
Tanks in the background would have been perfect lol.
Instead of Baghdad Bob we'd have Bakhmut Prigozhin.
That story seems more trustworthy. Prigozhin passes a poisoned chalice before hurriedly leaving.
Also, he's about to be surrounded, and the Russian units that he's been trash-talking have left him vulnerable. He's about to die the death that was planned for him.
I hope he is captured. That would humiliate both Russia and Wagner.
I'm sure he's worth a lot in trade. Maybe Ukraine could get a few pows back for him.
You're not wrong. However, the dude's a war criminal. He needs to go straight to The Hague.
Would be some poetic jungle justice if Ukraine trades him back to Russia only to have Russia execute him for surrendering, in typical Wagner fashion.
Live by the sledgehammer, die by the sledgehammer.
Rip Gallagher.
Isn't Gallagher too still alive?
Not on the inside.
Lot of Bakhmut propaganda today.
It's insane. Every article says the complete opposite. To Wagner Group claims victory of Bakhmut. Ukraine fully surrounds Wagner troops in Bakhmut.
The funny thing is that both of these can be true.
Oh yeah, absolutely, but both speak from a "we already won" perspective, which is the confusing part. Yeah, I have no idea which side has the upper hand now. In an earlier thread, people said Prigozhin claiming victory was the real deal because he denied it when other leaders said they were owning the Ukrainians, and he was usually right. Sure, just because it was so in the past doesn't mean it has to be the case now as well, but it's pretty much the only thing we can go off, no? Now Ukraine is claiming to fracture Wagner in Bakhmut. It's really confusing.
Upper hand is a matter of perspective. You can retreat strategically and the enemy says they have the upper hand because they've gained ground. But you say you have the upper hand because you gave the ground slowly, and made the enemy burn all their manpower and equipment taking it, and now you're ready to counterattack a depleted shell of a foe. It depends how you measure success according to your own military goals.
Having worked in both product R&D and production engineering, I can confidently say that this is an example of declaring job done, throwing it over the wall, then saying, "We did our part, why did you screw up?"
Worked in software development and support. Can confirm. As a car engineer using this job as a stepping stone to a software engineer, I feel this in my soul. Wealth moved to completed in Jira. The fact that it literally won't even run as QA's problem now.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.